Greetings and salutations. Here we are. Greetings and salutations. We're back to talking about a new show that we're going to be looking at. In this case, looking at the 2001 version of The Tick. And then for this time, we're looking at the pilot of the first of the show. So let's get looking at it, I guess. So, what was this episode of the pilot about? Well, basically, it just, talks about, who gives us an idea of who the Tick is, and how he is. And as well as, also going on to explain his, sidekick, Arthur, and, eventually how, a crime is going on. In this case, someone is going to go after former President Jimmy Carter. So what was my thoughts on this, honestly? Well, honestly, I thought this, I've known about the Tick. I know about the property, I think I watched the cartoon when I was growing up. I cannot remember.
We've got to upgrade the apparatus! We've got to get cool new superhero stuff to battle this all-encompassing evil!
And who's gonna pay for all this cool new stuff?
That's not the point.
But I had to say that, the show really, was able to bring this, character to life in live action. Whether it was him just being a goofball.
Empty your bladder of that bitter black urine men call coffee! It has its price, and that price has been paid!
And I do have to say, when it comes to shows, you can never go wrong whenever you have... Because, we were just recently talking about him when we talked about Trimmers. But, guess who appears in the first episode of the show? That's right, Christopher Lloyd.
Good Lord, I'm too late.
Mr. Fishladder.
Uh-huh. It is still Arthur, isn't it?
And he plays Arthur's boss, Mr. Fishladder. I don't know why, but Christopher Lloyd always seems to be an actor that always just seems to make, when he's in a show, always a little bit better. But I gotta say, the fact that, a lot of these characters seem to be, parodies of, or spoofs of other, superheroes, whether it was Captain Liberty. She's basically, a spoof of Wonder Woman, I say.
Gentlemen, Captain Liberty. Once again, the nation is in peril.
No, I'm telling you, Falco died. She, Amadeus, he is a dead person.
Captain Liberty, thank God you're here. Listen, there's a big red...
There's no time to chat, I'm afraid. This is top priority. The CIA has tracked a secret Soviet superweapon to the city. Codenamed the Red Scare, 100% lethal.
That's why I've never watched read the comics of the Tick. And I got to say the character of Bat Manuel is kind of funny.
You're the one who saved that trolley full of supermodels.
Yes, in fact, I saved them 3 times in one night, if you get my meaning.
Nope.
I'm gonna be honest, I feel like David Burke, he does, honestly, a pretty good job as the character of Arthur. Especially for the first episode. The fact that he wants to be a superhero, he wants to save the day, he wants to go out there, but he doesn't realize, a lot of heroes, they're full of themselves. And, at the same time, when I was watching this, I kept on thinking, it would have been, at the same time, I think it would have been hilarious since this show came out in the year 2001, if, Pauly Shore had been in this show as Arthur. Mostly because I feel like that would have been a bit funny fact, Pauly Shore was always an actor who was just always playing the goofy lead it would have been fun if he had done a role where he was the straight character against the goofball character. And oh, I had to say, like, most of the fighting sequence moments of this, like, when they're in the elevator, that part was honestly pretty funny, I thought. The Red Scare just, like, headbutting him, he goes like, oh!
Go. Knock it off.
and then eventually, because like the entire episode, Arthur, he is a bit nervous about trying to fly away using his ridiculous looking wings, but at the end of it, he just goes like, "Hang on to me, Mr. President," like it's like almost like an like what was it, White House Down or Angels Fallen or something like that, and then he flies into the air like an eagle.
Grab onto me and hold tight.
Oh, yes, it's too late. We learned that communism does not pay.
Honestly, I gotta say that all this entire episode is pretty good. I thought Barry Sonnenfeld did a great job of directing this first episode, honestly. But this honestly my silly little thoughts. I'll see you next time. It's gonna be fun watching this series, I feel like.